Today on the work table, I've got a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Haven't worked on one of these for quite some time. And one thing I definitely forgot about with these, that I definitely like a lot more in the newer models, is how the paint on the back cover stays attached. So even though I'm using isopropyl, and I've had the back of the phone on the heat pad at 75 degrees Celsius, I'm still managing to tear the paint. I think it's just mainly because how flat it is compared to newer models. For example, I done a Galaxy A70 in just another recent video, and that one came off quite easily. Granted, it was coloured plastic, not glass, and then coated in paint on the inside. So the reason why it's tearing is that the adhesive, or the double-sided tape that connects to the body of the phone, is connecting directly to the paint. And it's not lifting, it's merely tearing the paint as I'm trying to open it. So usually a common occurrence on these earlier models. But anyway, now that I'm in, I'll begin with removing the Phillips head screws, which I'll do that in fast forward, as they're all pretty straightforward to access. If you find that you're missing a couple of screws or you can't get to them, peel up the adhesive tape. More than likely there's a few more hidden under that. And the stubborn ones, you also got to pick them out with some tweezers. And then what I usually tend to do on these ones is push on the battery itself, or the loudspeaker. That should enable you to be able to push the screen out with the frame and the battery and mainboard all attached. There we go. Now that that's removed, I'll proceed by disconnecting the battery. There we go, I'll grab my replacement screen as well. And from here it's a matter of transporting various components over. So I'll zoom in for this just so you can get a better look. So what I'm starting to remove here is the charger port on the bottom of the phone. But I have noticed I need to lift out the mainboard all as one. So I'll disconnect the display, the front facing camera, the earpiece speaker, and the battery connection. So from here I should be able to lift that all out as one part. Next up, the vibrator motor. Earpiece speaker and front sensors, which doesn't really want to leave. Now I'm making progress. I'll give that earpiece speaker a little bit of a clean, might help with the clarity, make it slightly louder. Probably won't affect too much, but while it's out, it's worthwhile doing. realign it, reinstall it. does have to go up the front there, so it does wrap around to the top. So I think it may also include an IR blaster in this model. Put a little shield that was there back over it. Appears to be sitting right. Now I'll pry out the battery, which on this model did take a little bit of force to get out. No more, no less than newer models. Now, unless you're digging straight down, you shouldn't have too much risk of damaging the back of the display if that's what you want to preserve. There we go, one battery out. And just some adhesive stuff here that I need to remove. And that should stick it down reasonably well and won't have it rattling around within the phone itself. And next up is reinstalling the mainboard. Just be careful not to squish the display flex and also the earpiece speaker front sensor flex when you reinstall the mainboard. Then from there it's a matter of putting a few internal screws back in, putting the front facing camera back, and reversing the install from there. So from here I'm just going to let the video play out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.